Welcome to the virtual drivers meeting for the season finale in Lind. Had to think about that for a sec.
He's keto.
Oh yeah, I am keto. That one I don't have to think about.
And I'm Katie. Please take the time to watch this video all the way through. We are going to talk a bit about what you need to know for the race. There's going to be some other updates in there, so just be sure to watch it all the way through. Also, if you're watching this video, you likely got an email from us that also has some key information about the race as well. So read that all the way through. And if you do those two things, you will probably be very prepared for the race. So this race, it's a 2-day event. Each class races on either Saturday or Sunday. If you did not sign up for fun runs, you only have to show up for your race day. So just be sure to read the email, be clear on when your race day is. If you did sign up for fun runs, show up for both days. Camping is permitted at the venue. It's a great venue for camping. It's very easy. You can camp on Friday night. Anytime. The gate will be open all night. I don't know that there is even a gate. It's open. It's open all night. So if you show up late, that's totally fine. No need to email and check in about that. Also on Sunday, when we're done racing, if you want to stay the night and leave Monday morning, also okay. These guys are really great and flexible with us out there.
Yep. But remember with camping, it can be windy out there. So make sure that you're weighted or staked down.
Yeah, that was going to be one of our bullet points later in the chat. So let's actually just cover that now. Lind gets super windy. We have lost a few tents because they are staked down and the wind blows them and breaks them. So you must have things staked down. You definitely don't want your tent taking off, scratching someone's car or something like that. And if you're at all nervous about it getting damaged, you can take it down. And it's not going to rain, knock on wood. It looks like it's going to be a dry event. So
it's usually pretty dry out there.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last regular season rallycross of the season. Championship standings are posted on our website on the results page, just with all the other results. So if you want to know where you stand in your class going into this weekend, give that a look. If you are new to us, we do this championship every season. And essentially what happens is first place in class, first through third place, I guess I should say, in class, get a credit to their motorsport reg account, depending on whether they're first, second, or third. You get a bunch of rally money to use next season.
Yep. And just to answer a quick question. So tiebreakers, as it has always been, what we do is on a tiebreaker, if people end in the same number of points, we look at number of first place, and then the second tiebreaker is number of second places. Mm-hmm. And if those are still both the same, then we just have a co-champion.
Yep.
Dual champions.
I don't think we've had to do that yet. We usually are able to break the tie with whoever has the most first place finishes throughout the season.
But I have.
That's right. You were a co-champion.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, one other update that is new. We're trying something different, but it requires a little participation from all of you. We want to be able to send you all text messages during the events. As you know, if you have raced with us before, or if you haven't, this is good information to have. We start on time. We're very methodical. However, once we start racing, sometimes we might end early in a session. Sometimes we might end late in a session, and then we go take a lunch break, and people need to know when to come back. And so we're going to use a text messaging system to make sure everyone knows when to come back. That way we can start and end on time for everyone. And so what that requires of you, we enabled a text messaging service through Motorsport Reg, our registration platform, and you all have to opt into it. There's like laws around not blowing people up with text messages. So what you need to do is log into your Motorsport Reg account, click on your profile, find the membership section. You just scroll down on your profile page. If you only race with us, you're only going to have one. If you race with a couple, you'll see them all there. You just click edit next to Northwest Rally Association. And then the only thing that's on that page, once you click edit, is the option to say, yes, enroll me in text messages, and click save. So please be sure to do that before the event so that we can text you all. We do our best to communicate at the event, but we can definitely tell, like, people show up late, people show up early because they didn't get the message. So we want to literally send you a message on your phone. Help us help you. Okay. Right. Those are kind of the random updates. So 2-day event. When you show up at the venue, you will sign a waiver at the gate. You will pay $10 to the venue. You'll get a wristband. If you're there both days, wear that wristband both days so that you don't have to pay a second time. You will park your car and you will get ready for tech inspection. Do you want to talk about what happens at tech inspection?
Yeah, so for tech inspection, just make sure that your vehicle is in race trim. So that means it needs to be emptied. Your floor mats need to be taken out. Please have your helmet with you also so that we can either verify that it's been checked or we can check it. And then we'll just do a mechanical check. We'll make sure that you have brake pedal, that your battery positive post is covered. Wheels aren't going to fall off, those sort of things.
We also want to make sure you have your numbers on when you come through tech inspection.
That's right, numbers and
stickers,
sponsor stickers. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, we ask that you all run a Northwest Rally, a Wave Spec, and a Dirtfish sticker at every event.
That's right.
And so you'll get those at tech inspection. You'll just put them on.
Yeah, if you don't already have them.
If you don't already have them. Once you're done with tech, you're going to come through check-in. We're going to check your driver's license, make sure you are in fact a valid driver. And we're going to double check your class, your number, give you a work assignment, and send you on your merry way. And at that point, you're going to want to walk the course.
Yep.
Walking the course is your chance to see it as many times as you give yourself time for before racing starts. There's only one course walking session, so you'll want to do that in the morning. You won't be able to do it at lunch, probably. So just get that done in the morning.
Yes.
And then
yeah, you got a lot of the lunchtime will be taken up with tractor.
Yep. And then the day is broken into sessions. So you will either race in the morning or race in the afternoon. And then whatever session you are not racing, you'll have a work assignment out on course. So whether you're like, if you're racing first, after you walk the course and all of that, there'll be a time where you need to show up in grid, have your car in grid. So have your car in grid at the time we say, or if you are course working, you need to be at the timing tent to get your vest and get out on course at that time.
Correct.
There's a morning session, a 1 hour lunch break, and an afternoon session. That's how the day is going to go.
Right.
Okay. The course is marked out with cones. If you check the like the paragraph under this video, there's a link to our cone basics video. It tells you all about how rallycross cones work. Please be sure to watch that if you haven't raced with us before, haven't raced at all before. Essentially the way it works is your time for the day is all of your laps on course, all the times for your laps on course, plus the time for any penalties.
Yep.
So it's
all your time is accumulated.
Yep. No dropped runs.
That's right.
And we'll have local Wi-Fi so you can check your results on your phone during the race. All right. So it's time to race. You're at the start line. What do people need to know?
Oh, once you start line, make sure that your helmet's on, chin strap is done, seatbelt is connected. No one is holding a phone or a camera or anything like that. If you want to get some video, you're more than welcome to have a mount that's on your dash, a harness bar on your roof, whatever you want to do, but we just can't have somebody holding. If you do hold a camera, we will red flag you and get DNF.
So to be clear, he's talking about your passenger. You likely won't be holding a phone unless
Neither
you're very talented.
Neither you nor your passenger. Believe it or not, I actually have seen.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Either way. So namely, be sure if you take a ride along, just be sure they know the rules. Because they'll red flag you and you'll get a DNF, even though it was them making the boo-boo.
That's right. That's right. And window needs to be rolled up where there is a person. So if there's only a driver, only the driver's window. If you have a passenger, the passenger window. You're welcome to leave your rear windows down. Just remember there's a lot of dust and your car can fill with dust easily.
Did you say seatbelt? You gotta have your seatbelt on.
Seatbelt. Both basic. People have to have seatbelts on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're out on course and you see a red flag waving, what do?
You come to a stop. Come to a stop as quickly as you can. Doesn't need to be skidding off course or screeching tires. Just come to a stop and then wait until course worker gives you some direction and then follow those directions.
You will be red flagged, for example, if you are catching the car in front of you, if there is some kind of incident up ahead of you. So we'll ask that you just wait. Or
you have a D-bead.
That's the next section. Jeez.
I know.
It's the second time you've jumped ahead.
I know.
Anyway, so we just stop you on course and we'll give your course worker instructions when it is time to tell you where to go. So let's say you're the reason for the red flag.
Yeah. Well, if you're the reason for the red flag, that could be many reasons.
Often it's because
if your car is on fire, we're going to run over there with a fire extinguisher. But on a D-bead, we will shut you down. You'll have one opportunity to get that fixed. We'll probably send you down course. We ask you not to drive over the finish trigger. Your rim without a tire on it could cut our finish trigger line. And then you get 10 minutes to fix it, get back and get a rerun. This is a one-time deal, so you might want to up your tire pressure or do whatever you have to do to keep the tires on the rims in the future, because the next time, if there is a next time, you will get red flagged again if you DB'd. It will just be a DNF. And we red flag you because the car is listing to the side. The rim can dig in and cause a rollover. So that's why we shut that down.
Yep. Every driver is given a 10-minute timeout. Some people call it a mechanical. If you are red flagged for a DB, that's your 10-minute.
That's right.
However, if you don't get a DB, you have 10 minutes available to you to use at any point during the race.
That's
should
right.
you need to change wheels, do a little something.
Yeah, if something on the car is acting up, whatever,
Yeah. And the way that works is you must tell a grid worker or someone at timing that you're taking your 10 minutes. We will start the timer when you are supposed to be at the start line.
That's right.
So if you are able to go back to your paddock, do what you got to do and get back before it's your turn to be at the start line, we don't use your 10 minutes. So err on the side of caution, let us know you're going, go do your thing, come back. And we will have only started the timer if you needed it.
Yep. But once the timer starts, it's a one-time deal. So if you use 1 minute of it, it's gone. The whole thing's gone. You can't use 1 minute now, 9 minutes later. So once it starts, it goes. And then, if you make it back in 10, then great. If you don't.
Yeah, if you don't make it back within the 10-minute window, you get a DNF for the run you missed, but you can keep racing after
That's
that.
right. Yeah, you can keep running your next run for sure. Absolutely.
Let's just say you're out on course and you see a cone down. What do you do?
Well, if you're working the course, you should run over and put it back up. But if you're driving, you have two options here. So option number one is you can just pretend that cone doesn't exist in the world, because it's not going to be counted against you. If that means you get to take a little bit of a shortcut, then you get to take a shortcut. Your other option is that you can come to a stop, point to the cone, make sure that the course worker realizes what you're doing, and then get back on your pony because somebody behind you is coming quickly and we don't want to have to shut them down. So get to the finish, at or near race pace, please.
When you point to the cone, it will get radioed in. Car 1, 2, 3 pointed to a cone down. They need a rerun.
That's right.
We'll send you back up to the front of grid. We'll work you back in. You'll get a rerun for that lap.
That is correct.
It is the last race of the season.
It is.
And there's some tight battles.
There's a few.
We have a hypothesis that y'all might be coming to us with some protests about a cone or two. Just a hunch. So
yeah, there's a bit of a competitive nature, I think.
So what should people know about this process?
Okay, so we do, and we will continue to trust the calls that come in from the course workers. Just remember that as a reminder, as a course worker, how seriously we take your calls. So please pay attention to what's going on out there. That being said, if you believe that a call was made in error, I am going to err on the side of the calls that came in. So you have to show me definitive proof that call is incorrect. That means that you have to show me a video where either it is very clear you hit or didn't hit, or whatever it is that you're saying happened. And that may mean that you have to put a rear facing camera, whatever it is. If it is not definitive, if I am not for sure that call was made incorrectly, I will not be making that change. Will not make a change for that. So just to be super, super clear, I'm trusting the calls that are coming in on the radio.
We don't get too many protests, and I would say 90% of the protests, there is no definitive proof. And we go with the call on the course because we have great course workers. You all are wonderful. So that's the expectation.
So let me also say that 90% of the corrections are made because somebody calls in something like a gate when it should be a cone. So somebody hits a cone, a course worker calls it in as one gate. And then we look at the video, we see it was not a gate, it was a cone. So again, just as course working, just also a quick reminder, if they hit a cone, it's a cone. If they miss a gate, it is a gate.
Missing a gate means you went to the wrong side.
The wrong side of it. That's correct.
All right. So speaking of course working,
yes,
half of your day is going to be your work assignment. You'll be out on course. Every corner has a captain. The captain will have a radio, a red flag, and a bucket. The captain is responsible for making sure that the corner is covered. You know where your corner starts and ends. If you're not the captain, your responsibility is to know which cones you're responsible for and to know exactly where they go. So that means if you need to use little sticks or rocks or whatever off course to be indicators, markers for you to know where your cones go back, that's your responsibility. What you do when you're out on course is you are always on your feet and you're always watching the cars so that when they come through your section, you watch them go through and you can see if they hit any cones. Your responsibility is to go put that cone back exactly where it was. And then you communicate the penalty to your captain. So you let them know if there was one cone hit, two cones hit, missed gate, whatever it might be. Your captain will then radio that in to us at timing. We log it at timing. It goes in your time.
And you guys should work out some hand signals if
captains, be sure your expectations are clear with the people at your station, but how you want them to communicate with you, especially the ones who are far away.
Yeah, it's sometimes a little hard to yell as a loud car's like driving.
This is true. So when you're out on course, like I said, you must be on your feet. You must be wearing an orange vest, no yellow, no green, no other colors. You must be wearing orange. It helps us know who's who on course. You may not use your phone or a camera. At the last event, we had people publish videos from the course working assignments. 0 tolerance. We will ask you not to come back. This is a big safety issue. We can't be like nice about this anymore.
Yeah.
Phones on course.
You can't be simultaneously watching the course in video.
Yeah.
I know some of you believe you can, but you really are out there for one job. And that job is to pay attention to the course, just as you would want others to do while you're out on course.
And let's be clear, like, we really don't want anything to happen to you guys. We like you all. So our expectation is that you keep yourselves and everyone else safe. If you can't do that, leave your phone back at paddock. It's okay.
Yes.
That being said, if we take a water break, meaning we water the course, or a tractor break, you are allowed to sit, take a load off, drink some water, play with your phone. That doesn't matter. We will communicate to you when the course goes hot and then you're back on. Expectations are you're working again. So the weather in Lind, I think it's gonna, knock on wood, I don't know, the forecast is always wrong, but it looks like it's going to be sunny, however, not very warm. The high is like 64 and the low is 40. 40 is cold, and in Lind it's an extra cold 40, just so you know. So come prepared to like wear sunscreen, but dress warm. Dress in layers. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird one.
I would definitely bring something that's a windproof, because as we said before, the wind,
it's really windy.
It can really pass through your clothes and change how you feel.
So that is everything you need to know for the event itself. A couple other housekeeping items. One, spectators are allowed. They are encouraged. If you have friends coming, they can camp on site. This is a fun venue because there's spectating in the stadium, they're spectating elsewhere. The Lind Lions Club hosts a concession stand. They do like burgers and popcorn. Their popcorn is very good. And that's a fundraiser for their club. So come support them. It's always a good time. Be sure to pick up after yourself, pick up after others, only because it is windy. Sometimes stuff just flies. And so just if you see garbage, pick it up. We of course want to leave the venue cleaner than we found it. Dogs are also welcome and encouraged, but they must be on a leash. And please, please, please pick up their doo-doo. I think that's everything. Like we said, check your email, watch this video, do all of that before like Wednesday, because Thursday we're prepping, Friday we leave. We're going to be real slow to respond to emails after that. So
if you have any questions or concerns or anything, please reach out to us.
Yep.
Prior to to Thursday would be best.
Yeah. Our email is info@NW Rally Association, in case you are watching this video and did not get an email. I think that's everything. We're excited to have a good time. We're excited to wrap up the season. Can't wait to see you all in a week
Or so.
or so.